Welcome back to the Association 100. I'm Colin Gallagher, and today I'm joined by Leigh O'Donnell, the Executive Director of the Handcrafted Soap and Cosmetics Guild. Leigh, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. We're so excited to be here at ASAE. And so your industry has seen tremendous growth in recent years. So tell me about some of the most significant trends and opportunities you're paying attention to.
Yes, our industry is really resilient, which is what I found. And going through the pandemic, we realized that the products that these people make, the handcrafted soap, cosmetics, and candles, are very recession-proof. So people are still willing to buy that little piece of luxury or that little something that makes them feel good during times when it's harder. So yeah, so we had some huge growth. Our membership grew by 20% during the 2 to 3 year period of the pandemic.
That's impressive when so many other associations were struggling to keep members.
No, yeah, not us. Not us. Because there was a huge shift to doing things at home.
Okay, that
how
makes
many
sense.
loaves of sourdough bread did we see out on social media? So making soap and stuff was also along that vein. Let me make something from home that's more natural.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Well, how do you help your members and support them in kind of capitalizing on this growth?
Well, we have reached out to them to find out what they're dealing with now, because things obviously have changed a lot since the pandemic. One of the things that we're working on them with right now is the supply chain issues. So these are manufacturers, and they need ingredients from all over the world, and we're finding a lot of problems. So we're reaching out to them and building communities that can support, if they're out of something here, we can kind of help them. We can help them with substitutes, things like that. So that's one of the things that we've been doing.
Yeah, the supply chain issues have to be top on their list.
And they hit small businesses really hard, because a large business can pivot or change suppliers, whereas small business is like, oh no, my supplier's out of this for 6 months. What am I going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So kind of shifting to the education front, so many association members look to their industry association for that professional development, for that education. What do you provide on that front?
We do a certification program. So we developed it in 2007, and we've been adding levels as we go along. We have 4 levels that they can do in soap, cosmetics, and candles. They start out with just a simple test, but then when you get up to the master level, they actually have to write a paper that helps other people in the industry. They have to help, do some research, and give back to the industry in some way and help people that are coming up.
That's a really nice way of doing that.
Yes.
And talk about making everyone give back and just building that community.
Right, exactly.
That's great. Well, tell me about the advocacy effort. So you've had something underway for a very long time.
Yes. I became executive director in 2011, but I was working on it prior to that, so about 14 years. We've been working in federal advocacy because Congress was very interested in updating the Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act of 1938, which oversees all cosmetics in the United States. And when I say cosmetics, I don't just mean, makeup, I mean all personal care items.
Okay, yeah,
so lotions, creams, shampoos.
1938.
Yes.
Yes. Time.
Yes. So they were, I saw bills coming out every term. And what we realized very quickly, is that Congress was not aware that there was 400,000 people making handcrafted soap and cosmetics in the United States and selling them. So they were just aiming at the big companies like Revlon.
Not even thinking
about all these didn't know they were there. And so the bills that they were writing would have devastated the industry. So we got involved, we have a lobbyist, and 14 years of work later, we had a bill that passed in December, I am happy to say, and it is a great bill. Everything we asked for small businesses in it.
Congratulations.
So, that was huge.
That's so good to hear. And I think for a lot of associations out there, advocacy efforts can be exhausting.
Very daunting.
Yes.
Very daunting.
That's just such, keep at it.
Yes. When I first started with advocacy, I really felt like a fish out of water.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to navigate politics, Congress, who not to make angry, who to maybe make a little angry, so you gotta.
What buttons do we have to push here?
Yes, it's a very subtle way to kind of maneuver through there. So.
Awesome. Well, that's really exciting, and thank you so much for sharing some insights with us.
Thank you.
100.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.